Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zero from TechDragon.info, and today we are taking a look at the AMX 5100. I'm surprised I haven't done a review of this tank, and partially because most of the time I will wait until I get a ace tanker in a tank, right? Before I do a review, just to show you guys, like, I know how to handle this tank. I've, done my job, done my work in the tank. I know enough about this tank. But, as you can see down here, I have never gotten ace tanker on this thing, and that's not because I'm bad in this tank. It's because some people are doing so excessively freaking well on this thing that it's almost impossible to get an ace tanker in this thing. I've had games in this thing that should have been an ace in any other tank, or would have been an ace in any other tank, but none of this thing. So yeah, people are just doing insanely good or well in this thing, and sadly I cannot match that, not yet at least. Anyways, I was thinking, like, what do I want to compare this tank to? So I have my tier 8 heavies here, and I was just looking at them going like, yeah, but none of these tanks are what the AMX 5100 is. And I continued thinking, like, but I do have one tank that is like this, and that's the T69. A medium tank is way closer in this tank than any other tier 8 heavy, because this thing is just not a heavy. You don't play it anything like a heavy. None at all. So I'm just going to compare it to a T69. It might seem weird to compare a heavy to a medium, but you'll see that they're actually quite similar. Hit point wise, there's only 50 hit points between them. The T69 is of course quite a bit lighter. It is quite a heavy tank, surprisingly. For the amount of armor it has, it's quite heavy. Engine power 850, gets a pretty good engine. This is a very, well, not a very fast tank, but a pretty damn mobile tank. As shown here by the top speed of 51, which is on par with the T69, but the T69 has a way weaker engine, but also way less weight. So let me grab TechDragon real quick. Let's see. If we go to... Just give me a sec here, bear with me. I want a tank finder, and I want to look for a AMX 5100. Let's see, the 5100 has a power to weight ratio of 17.02. If you look at the T69 has a power to weight ratio of 15.93. So the power to weight ratio on the AMX 5100 is ever so slightly better. So, but they're not far apart again. Frontal hull armor 90 versus 101, side armor 35 versus 76, and rear armor 30 versus that 38. Turret armor on the AMX is pretty bad, with pretty much the same stats as normal armor. On the T69 you actually get some decent frontal armor, and it's quite sloped, so let's actually take a look at it real quick. Even if you look at the tanks, like the design of the two, it's pretty similar in all kinds of ways. Of course, they're both autoloaders, they both have the oscillating turret, so yeah, the designs are gonna be pretty damn similar. So, no surprise there. We'll skip the gun for a second. Turret reverse, 32 degrees versus 38. The 32 doesn't really seem to be an issue. The whole tank is just quite mobile, and that really negates the only 32 degrees of turret reverse, which isn't fantastic, to be honest. Field range 380 versus 400. 380, yeah, it's not bad, it's not great, and signal range is the same. Now, the gun, these are not, one is a medium, one is a heavy, so the guns are not going to be the same, but we can compare them nonetheless. On the AMX, you get 6 shells in your clip. It's a 100mm gun versus a 90mm with 4 shells. So already you're gonna do much more damage per clip on this thing. However, the reload on the clip is quite a bit more painful as well. At 50 seconds, it kind of hurts. And I can tell you, if you have a dead loader and ammo racked, that is not funny. I've had it once where I already fixed a crew member before my loader died, and I already used up my repair kit before my ammo rack got destroyed. And I think my reload time was give or take 2 minutes. I don't know exactly, but give or take 2 minutes, maybe slightly more even. It was insane. So you really don't want that. Trust me, that was painful. Anyways, the time between shells, 2.73 seconds. It's not great. It's, how do I put it, slightly lacking, slightly slow, and it does give people the opportunity to shoot back, but if we compare to most normal tanks of the tier, you're going to have a reload time. Well, here, let's grab a Tiger 2. This is still a Tiger's gun, so we can't quite compare it, but you fire, let's say, 9 rounds a minute. So, versus, you know, this thing. So, somebody fires, you have about 7 seconds, give or take. That means with this gun, you can actually get off about 3 shots for every 1 time they reload. So that means you're doing 900 damage for every 2, 3, 400 damage they're doing. So, yeah, this thing is... I'm just picking my words carefully here. It's sort of, but don't take this the wrong way, sort of a very good tank for trading shots. Now, don't take that the wrong way. Do not get shot in this thing. It has no armor and will die very quickly. So don't take that the wrong way. But if you do get shot, you know, let's say a Target 2 with a stock Tiger, or the upgraded Tiger gun, so the, not the stock gun, but the first upgrade on Tiger 2, shoots you, does 230 damage. He has about a 7-second reload, give or take, maybe a little bit less. That means you can put in 2 shots with that reload time, 2 shots, then pull back. That means you can put in 2 for every 1 shot he puts in. So, you know, I'm not saying you should trade shots, because this thing, you should not get hit. But if you have to, you do have the opportunity to wreck people in a time that they're reloading. The longer their reload is, the more pain you can bring. I mean, you have 6 shells. That's 6 times 300 damage. Yeah, that's quite a lot of damage. So, this thing with just 1 clip can wreck people. It can absolutely devastate tanks, and that's the power of this tank. It's, how do I put it? It's sort of a ninja. Whenever people are not paying attention to you, if you get that time to unload your clip, you will wreck people and devastate them. The same goes for the T69, but at way smaller portions, because you only got 4 shells, 240 damage a shot. You know, you're only doing about, let's round it up, 1,000 damage. Well, in here you're doing, what, 1,800, give or take? So, yeah, the clip damage is insane, but it's very well balanced with that 50-second reload, and this thing doesn't really feel overpowered, but it took me a long time to get to terms with this tank. So, let's quickly finish it up so we can actually go to some gameplay. 0.36 accuracy is actually not terrible. It's definitely not great, but 0.38 on the T69. 3-second aiming time, though, that is not great, and we'll get back to that in a second. Versus 2.9, so pretty much the same aiming time. And these tanks, I pretty much play them the exact same way. There really, for me at least, isn't a difference between them. Let's close all this up. Let's take a quick look at the tank. So yeah, this turret is called an oscillating turret. As you can see, it pivots right here. So your depression and elevation are pivoting on this point rather than the gun moving. So it's not the gun and the breech that moves, it's the actual turret that moves up and down. And it also gives you an idea of where your limits are. If this back of the turret is going to hit the engine deck, you know, it won't be able to go up any further. So, you know, give or take, this kind of angle is going to be its max, because, you know, it will hit that. It won't even go down all the way. The same with depression. You know, you're going to bump into this little ring here. So that's the limit of your depression. So those kind of limits hopefully should give you an idea of what this tank can do. Now, as for equipment, I'm guessing a lot of people will not agree with my choices, but I went with a vertical stabilizer and, again, a gun laying drive. This means that, and vents, by the way, I pretty much just wanted to get that aim time down, because this tank is pretty much a sort of ninja peek-a-boom kind of combination, where you need to take advantage as soon as somebody fires. You just sprint out of cover, put 2, 3, 4, depending on their reload, shells in their face, pull back. So you need to really be able to just jump in there, do the damage, and get out. That's why I pretty much went with full aim time reduction, just to reduce the aiming circle, because that 3-second aiming time is long. And with the combination of this, my initial aim circle is already a lot smaller than if you don't have any of these. And because it's an autoloader, you can't have a rammer in there, so there's no point for a rammer. A spall liner is absolutely worthless on this thing. I really didn't see anything that would really benefit me other than these three, and I figured, well, might as well, because, you know, that is one of the issues with this tank. The aim time of 3 seconds is long, there's no doubt about it. So yeah, it's something that I have to deal with, and this is my preferred setup. Like I said, some people might disagree. Some people think that the combination of these two is not a good idea, or even vents, or to be honest, I really don't care. This works pretty damn well for me, and I'm happy with it, and you know, I like it the way it is, and it works just fine for me. And well, as I'm going to show you in this game, it works just fine. So let's take a look at some gameplay. And here we are. And I'm actually saying in chat, crap, we don't have any armor to tank with. And what I mean by that is, if we look at the list, they have an IS-3, an IS-6, T28 prototype, an IS, and IS-2. All we have is an IS-2 and a Tiger 1. We have no actual armor. Well, we have a 30. Anyways, here you can see the reload speed of this thing. I think I have about 47, 48-ish seconds reload, give or take. I don't have brothers in arms on this thing, and this thing is a keeper. I already have the next tank unlocked, the AMX 5120. I just haven't bought it. I don't know if I want to continue down the line. This tank really seems to be about the sweet spot. As you can see here, we're well ahead of our team, even, you know, ahead of the light tanks. This thing can shift pretty damn quickly, and it's just a nice tank to drive around in. You can be at the front, you know, very quickly. However, let's get back to that point. You have no armor. None. Nope. None. Niente. None. So do not let the speed get you into trouble. Do not go to the front lines and get, you know, ripped apart. So before this IS could even look at us, he pretty much already lost half his health, and holy balls, did we just bounce a shot? Stop the presses. That's kind of hard to see. There we go. Right there on the front plate. What the hell? How did that even happen? That should not be possible. So we actually missed one of our shots, but yeah, we put 2 shots into him, and he literally lost half his health. Just 2 shots, and I mean, we have enough in our clip to finish him off. And holy shit, a KV-85 did not expect him there. And there, only 1 more shot, make it count. Put 1 into the IS. We get shot. It actually doesn't pin. And I'm thinking, crap. I was kind of hoping to finish off the IS. Ow. That was not what I was hoping for. So, not a great example. I got a little bit too aggressive here. I was looking at the light tank going around, thinking that he would distract them. I basically just went in a little bit too early, to be honest. Bit of a misplay on my part. Yeah, and you'll see me call out my reload times throughout me reloading, because I do like to inform my team of where I'm at. Because this tank can have a massive impact on the game. It really can. So I'm saying help here because I'm pretty much surrounded. This T-71 should have realized that I was reloading. Instead, he pulled back. Oh, hello, Mr. Jackson. Nope, he put 1 into us and we finish him off. Right now, we still have 4 shells remaining, which is enough to finish off most tanks in this game. Just to give you an idea of the power of this thing, it's just, you know, that clip is really good and it can do a lot for you. Where's the IS? There he is. Hello, goodbye. So, what else do we have over there? We have an IS-2 that we can't see. How have they not killed him? And then I realized, oh wait, shit, I can't see him. I just couldn't get a proper line on him for some reason. So, let's see, where are we gonna go? We still have 3 shells. Right now, I'm considering, do I reload, do I not reload? There is a T-71 that was spotted here earlier. do I want to risk it? If I run into him, I am screwed. He will rip me apart. One clip from a T-71 should be enough to kill me at this point, I think, give or take. Maybe not entirely. It's gonna be close. So, favorite spotting point here, just to give you some view of what's going on the battlefield. Can't quite see the IS-6. Can't see him. Oh, look at that. We have a big, juicy artillery. Well, this is that aim time for you. And he's still going to be there. Yes, he was. So, we only have one shell remaining. I go for the reload. 46 seconds. That's pretty much, yeah, 47-ish is my full reload time. It's quite long. It's not good. But, like I said, that clip allows you to do a lot of damage. I mean, you know, oh, spotted the T-71. Did we get spotted? Yes, we did. Okay, time to chase him. This tank actually makes somewhat of a shot. And I make a decision here, like, do I go after him straight? Well, if he's, you know, smart, then he'll probably face me and stuff. So I'm thinking I'm gonna dupe him around and seeing if he's coming back. But I am still reloading, so I didn't really want to face him head on directly at that point. So I have some team members that have been hanging back the entire game by the looks of it. Pointing out to them, hello, T-71 incoming, hello. Anybody paying attention? I guess not. So, are we actually going to see this T-71 before he gets destroyed by our team? Oh, there he is. Can I get there in time? I can't kill him with one shot. No, he's actually putting shots. Ooh, nope, dang it. And we do get spotted. T-28 prototype finishes off our SU-100. Not good. What else do they have? They still have an IS-3. This is still anybody's game. An IS-3 and a T-28 prototype are definitely capable of still winning this. We have an RHM, which if anybody sneezes on him is dead. The proto there is pretty much full health. There he is. And I am lit. Okay, he just fired. Gives us a second to shoot. Side of the turret. Shot goes high. Trying to go for the side. There we go. Side of the turret. Nope. Turret cheek, but he's turning around to face us. Yep. We don't want that. So we move just barely out of his shot. Don't really have a good line on him. Side of the turret. Shot goes high. We have his full side. Put one in. Oh, that was a massive low roll. Wow. Come on. We don't have much on him. Oh, it bounced. Dang it. We get spotted again. Not sure where the IS-3 is. I'm currently on reload. Where is he? Don't really want to face him though. I kinda need to reload first. And yeah, that is something you're gonna have to learn on an autoloader. You're gonna have to manage your reloads. That in this tank isn't even half the battle. That's like 80% of the battle. Learn when and how to reload. Pick your moments. Know when you have 50 seconds to reload. Know the battlefield situation around you. I don't know at the moment, but I do believe the IS-3 was last spotted in, yeah, I was gonna say that-ish area. So I knew I had some time before I would meet him, and you know, I am full health or fully loaded now. So first one bounces, second one goes in, and he gets finished off. GG, it's a win. Let's take a look at the stats. Now, I'll be the first one to admit that that wasn't the most brilliant game ever, but I wanted to show you, especially this one, to just show you what that clip can do and how fast you can devastate tanks with it. And what really the power of that clip is, because that was a 3.4k damage game. That's nothing to be ashamed of. Even if you are top tier, that's still nothing to be ashamed of. I'm gonna have to say that that matchmaking was pretty damn good. I'm not gonna complain, but fire 19, hit 15, pen 13, 3.4k damage. Took 5 hits. One of them did not pen. That was just amazing. 640 block by armor. That has to be some sort of record. I have no idea what that was about. That's just bizarre. We spotted 4 people, we damaged 6, destroyed 3, 240 spotting damage, woohoo! 11k profit, yeah, and a grand total of 2100 experience. So yeah, this tank, it is, once you get full control over this tank, and it took me quite a while to really get, aligned with this tank, I guess. But once you do, this thing is a beast. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.